Hey, it's Matt Mosier. It's episode 30, Wednesday, August 12th. We have Mr. Michael McCord here with Amber DiLane Homes. Did I get it right there?
That's good enough for me, man.
And he is a custom high-end home builder, right? And he is a class of 84 of Commerce High School. Go Tigers.
We'll go Tigers.
And
East Texas State alumni as well.
yes, the mighty Lucky Lions.
That's it.
Yes.
Wow, you did a little homework there.
Yeah, I did,
for
man.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing a little different. I'm just quick aside here. We're doing a little different on the drops today. Now I'm going to give you guys an animal drop, and y'all have to guess what animal it is. All right, so let's see what you think it is.
Lion.
There you go. It fit him perfectly. I had the lion there when I saw that he was an East Texas.
I thought it might have been a
I
trick.
was slow,
I thought it might have
though.
been a trick question.
But hey,
I was going for like a boar hog or something, you know.
Well.
I didn't know.
stick around.
And we got Mr. Tyson Johnson with Mosier's Kitchen and Bath.
That's a bear.
That is a brown bear. That is exactly what that is. So good enough.
Good job, man.
I got a feeling that when he comes to mine, I'm gonna be a donkey. I'm just, I got a feeling.
Okay.
And we got Mr. Matty Pruitt with Mosier's Kitchen and Bath.
It's hippopotamus.
It's a pretty good guess.
I was going to say it's like a gator. It kind of sounds like what a gator says.
That is exactly what that is. That is a gator.
Dude.
Yes, sir.
I need,
Man,
I need to get my farm man over here, man. And we got Mr. Taylor with Cedar Creek Media.
That's an angry mama pig right there.
That's a warthog.
Yeah.
Warthog. Yeah. Yeah.
Good job.
And Matt Mosier, owner and operator of Mosier's Kitchen and Bath.
That was an elaborate setup to give everybody else a really scary sounding animal and give Matt a guinea pig. We're not going to be guessing drops ever again. That was just an elaborate setup.
So,
Set it up there.
What usually happens on these podcasts is Taylor always busting my chops. Tyson's usually busting Taylor's, but Taylor really likes to make fun of me. Maddie will make fun of my handicap.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's very funny, but
Our 11 viewers think it's hilarious.
That's what they come back for, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, it makes me nervous.
So, I mean, tell us a little bit. I mean, you're somewhat semi-retired, right?
Man, you know, I have not taken an active role since August of 2020, which, let's see, I turned 54 in 2020, August 27th. I spent the next 90 days cooking, made 268 meals out of a Coleman stove, went all over the western part of the country, slept in a tent. Now, it wasn't as bad as it sounds. The tent, I would put it in the back of my Range Rover. I was in good hands, had a good vehicle, but
You
I
just
spent
get
a lot.
burned out?
Man, it wasn't that. I'd started Blue Heron Properties at that time. I'd had about 168 lots, I think. And of course, Amber Lane was kicking real good. COVID was, quite frankly, a blessing for us and a lot of people down here at the lake area, when a lot of the Metroplex people and a lot of our buyers, our clientele were ready to get out of Dodge, if you will. So we got real busy down here at that time, and I had basically become the declarant or the owner out at the Pinnacle. Had a ton of lots. I've now sold all those lots since then, of course, and now the pro shop there at the Pinnacle Club, and a great place to play golf, by the way. I've been a member since 1999. The pro shop is in my old office now, but it was a great run. But that 90 days was me getting back away from two businesses where I was working a whole lot.
Right.
That doesn't even add to the fact that I raised four beautiful daughters. I've got
Amen.
three beautiful granddaughters, and I've just found out yesterday we had a reveal, about to have my third grandson.
Oh, congratulations.
So we've got a huge family. But yeah, that little trip, of course, I've always been an outdoors person, and headed out west. I didn't know where I was going. It's kind of strange. And my wife is the only one that knew where I would be. And she, whether it was Life 60 or something, she could keep up with me. And we talked about every 4 days to make sure I was good. But I started off Cap Rock Canyon was my first stop, and I didn't know that was going to be my first stop till I saw the sign headed west.
There you go.
And it was late.
Yeah.
And it was COVID, and that big place was absolutely shut down. They had one park ranger there said, you can't stay. And I looked at him and I said, damn, man, that really hurts. I'd really like to stay. I'm a neat freak. I won't leave a mess. And you'll never know I was here. I kind of won him over. Actually, it was a she.
Yeah.
And she said, okay. I was the only person in Cap Rock Canyon, and I stayed in there with the buffalo and the road runners and the bobcats for a couple nights, and I headed further west. Anyway, I made a huge loop from the redwood forest to South Dakota, through Oregon, of course, and 90 full days of the weather got really cold up in South Dakota. And I ended up getting a little no-tail motel, and it was the sleaziest motel I could find. Not because I didn't have the money for a good one, but it was all about the experience, right? So it was one of those that you pull up to. And
did you do any writing or filming when you was there or anything?
I kept I did a lot of reading. I've always been an avid reader, primarily self-help books, because we all need some self-help, right?
Yeah.
And spent a whole lot of time writing a journal out there that'll be dear to my great grandkids at some point, and some of those excursions that I found myself in out there. But a lot of meditating, a lot of like I said, I currently live on 65 acres that join the Pinnacle Club out there, and I can't tell you how much I love nature. I think that's really where we find peace, at least for me.
Right.
And,
you do any fishing while you was out there?
I did some fishing. I fly fished while I was out there.
You enjoy the fly fishing?
I enjoyed it. I wasn't very good at it. My eyesight's not what it used to be. So just, getting the lure on my line sometimes might take 30 minutes, but once it was on there, it was on there. But that was a great experience for me, and I came back refreshed and wonderful. And I haven't taken an active role. I still look at reports, and I go up to the office a couple times a week. And
voice your opinion a little bit when you go up there as you look at the reports.
You know what? I did not look at a report other than the report my wife would give me with everything's fine, sweetheart.
Yeah.
How are you? And I would tell her I was fine, and I was. At that time, and I lost a bunch of weight. I started really meditating and doing a lot of walking. I was making sure I had 10 to 20,000 steps in a day. And some of those hikes were, tops of 14,000 footers. So it was an incredible
What was your favorite stop during that journey?
Well, ironically, I spent quite a bit of time between Telluride, Silverton, Colorado, and Durango. And
I love that.
I got out of that. I was back around Thanksgiving of 2020. And by February of 2021, I bought a place in Durango, right in the middle of it. Now, I had it for 4 years. I enjoyed, probably personally spent a full year and a half up there by myself in 60-day increments. Now, my awesome wife would get up there, couple times a year for a week at a time. But
we stayed at Lake City last year.
Oh, what a wonderful place!
I love that place.
But I bought a Jeep here, but I had it registered up there. I had Colorado plates on my Jeep. I still have the Jeep's back down here with me now. But man, I took it down some great passes. From Engineer to Cinnamon. Never did Black Bear, which is dangerous. They got it closed right now, but you can YouTube that. Some of those Jeeps you can see rolling those switchbacks they come off and they're done. I mean,
oh yeah,
they've got some of that on video if you ever want to Google. Black Bear, I think.
Yeah.
Pass there, start off in Silverton, make your way over to Telluride. But anyway, great time and a great experience.
I've been going to that area doing that loop past 30 years. I've been a handful of times. And a couple years ago, we went and stayed at Purgatory.
Oh, I just put up there some photos of.
Oh, yeah.
From Durango.
Absolutely.
The $1 Million Highway.
I love the $1 Million Highway. Spent a lot of time in and around $1 Million Highway. I'd get off $1 Million Highway and have a $1 million view from down in the valley, down in that area.
The first time I took Deborah there to Silverton, we're driving a $1 Million Highway. She got down the floorboard. She was scared to death. Driving around those. I mean, you're somewhere around 10,000 to 12,000 elevation.
That's right. And you
with no guardrails on the road.
That's right. Yeah.
Looking down there is really beautiful, man. And I just love just getting on the four-wheeler or side-by-side where we have and just riding. The last year we went to Lake City. We took two of the grandkids, the older ones, and our granddaughter, as soon as we got there, we had to rush her to the hospital to get her appendix taken out.
Oh, my.
So Deborah spent the next 3 or 4 days not even there.
Wow.
Staying the night at the hospital. And I forget what town that is right outside of Lake City. But so it's me and my grandson. And I went down and bought him a fly rod, and I taught him how to fly fish.
Oh,
and
man.
I spent 3 days just taking him from stream to stream to stream. And bless his heart, he never caught nothing, but wasn't from a lack of trying.
You know what? At the end of the day, though, those memories will last his lifetime.
Oh, absolutely.
And you're going to be right there in the middle of it.
Yes,
That's
yes.
a beautiful thing.
And I was wanting to go there this year, but I got vetoed out and ended up down in, Pensacola Beach.
Oh, okay.
In a 3-story condo that I couldn't hardly get up in and out of.
Did you ever have any like near misses on any of those trails up there?
Oh, I absolutely did. Almost killed me and my grandson on a side-by-side coming back from Silverton on Simmons Pass.
Yeah.
On a switchback. We're coming down, and I have to have hand controls on my truck. And I bought some portable ones, so when I was on the side-by-side that I could rig them up. And it's basically 2 bars, one on the gas, one on the brake. You can push on the brake, had like an L shape for the brake, and the gas was just a button. Well, just riding through town, I realized that, man, pushing that gas, my thumb was killing my hand. And so down there at the gas pedal, I realized if I hook it up different, I ain't got to push. I can just push down.
Right.
And it would push the pedal down. So I rigged them up that way. And really wasn't the safest thing to do.
Right. Probably not the way they wanted you to do that.
No, not at all. And so when I'm coming on Simmons Pass, we just come off the top of it, and there's those switchbacks coming down. There's a line of Jeeps waiting for me. And I get to the corner, and it's been pouring down rain. It's slick as snot, mud everywhere. And there's a big boulder sticking up out of the ground that we kind of have to crawl over.
Yep.
And when I went to go crawl over it, when I hit, my hand went down on the gas, and that lunged just like 7 feet. And lucky enough, I was able to grab the brake at the time and just hit the brake because it was a long way down.
Yeah.
I turned and looked at my grandson. I said, boy, don't you tell nobody about what just happened. Because
Let me do it on my podcast.
And we got off of it. And needs to say, we didn't go any more passes until mom and them got back where she could drive. And when we got back from vacation, they're at the house. They're waiting for their parents to pick them up. As soon as his dad walked into the living room to pick him up, he says, Dad, Pop almost killed us. But no, I love it there, man. How was the Redwood Forest, man?
Incredible, man. I had not caught any fish the day I got there. And again, basically, I wouldn't know where I was going to stay. I'd find a spot that I'd like, and I'd stay 2 or 3 nights. But then I'd take off again with a general idea. But when I got up to the Redwood Forest, it was late, and I was starving. Now, I had a giant Yeti cooler, so I could go into town and get my provisions like an old mountain man. Right?
Yeah.
So I'd get my provisions, and I bought some salmon. And no, I didn't catch it. I bought it. And I began to cook it in the Redwood Forest. I was on no logging trail. There was nobody around for miles. I mean, I was in the absolute middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And these trees are just absolutely gigantic. And the little tent that I had was easy. It was a tent cot, all stitched and made real easy to set up. It's almost like pulling a cot out of but it had a tent, and I had a door on each side. I cooked that salmon out there in the middle of that Redwood Forest, man, and it smelled so good. And I was so famished, I wasn't thinking about the repercussions of what this smell might do to the wildlife in the general vicinity. Once I had satiated my hunger, and I was cleaning my pots and pans and watching that moonlight come down in the middle of this absolute beautiful forest, I began to think, oh my goodness, I'm in bear country, man.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? This is 1 o'clock. This is about midnight or later. I'm not fixing to go somewhere else. I wanted to be here.
Yeah.
But I took that tent cot and I shoved it as close to the back of my car as I could. And I unzipped one side of the tent on the side of the back of my car, where I could roll out and get under that car if I had to. Now, exactly.
Senator, you're on the button today, man. Thank you.
But man, it was hairy and it was unbelievable. But ironically, the next morning, and I got there when it was dark. The next morning, when the sun was up and all was good, and I'd not been eaten by a bear, I realized that I'd parked and put my tent under a 350-foot tall dead redwood whose branches were slowly falling around me. So I stayed there one night. I got out of there pretty quick. And made my way a little bit further north.
So you did that. So you did that whole self experience. What you said? 4 months?
3 months.
3 months.
90 days.
There were probably some pretty dang big limbs falling out.
There were some very big limbs. One of those limbs could have not just killed me, but it could have, taken the
Crush your
rush
car.
off, crushed the car. So I got out of there.
I mean,
Those trees are amazing.
I was about to say limbs from those trees are just basically trees.
Trees are falling out of the trees.
Yeah. What's your thought on those trees in that forest there? I mean, being like the only one in the United States. I mean, you hear people talking about when giants, Nephilims, and whatever roamed, that was their trees. And I mean, have you ever thought about stuff like
I
that?
hadn't thought about that. I tell you what I do think about, and this is coming from a pretty conservative, politically and socially conservative person here.
Yeah.
Conservation, I am all for planet Earth, man. And I'm just going to say it right here, is that we need to protect. I don't know about you, but I get a little bit concerned about our water issues. Concerned about all these fires. It's heartbreaking to see what's going on around not just our country, but Europe.
Yeah.
And to watch things burn. I know a lot of this is natural and, we need to have fire and lightning needs to start a few of them.
Right.
But not Billy Bob out of Oregon who started whatever, I don't remember many fires he recently started.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll get prosecuted for it, but not to get off topic, but man, it was just absolutely awe-inspiring. Not just the redwood forest, but the whole experience to see this country, that part of the country. Of course, I grew up. I told my daddy when I was a little bitty boy, Dad, I want to be a park ranger. That's what I want to be. I want to be a park ranger. And then when I got old enough to start looking at it, I just didn't feel like I could make a living on $12,500 a year.
Right.
And Dad looked at me and he said, "Son, maybe you just go make a little money. You can have yourself a park. Make a park."
Yeah.
Well, I did it. We got a park. I got tons of deer. I got 3 longhorns, 6 donkeys, 7 jackasses if you count me, and Brahma steer and
so you got a ranch hand out there take care of all this stuff, or is that you?
Man, I do most of it. I never was one to have any large equipment, but I bought myself a skid steer a couple of years ago, and I'm happy to say I've now got a couple hundred hours experience under my belt. All there, the skid steer it'll live and die on my property out there, so I have a good time with it. But I've got a great big 3,000-pound longhorn steer that he's got a 7-foot spread. So I'm an animal lover, man. I got up this morning early, had coffee, and pulled out the binoculars and watched all the deer frolic, and of course some of those are getting all the way up to the porch, so I don't need binoculars for most of them. But
man, how does every morning for you start?
Man, usually with a cup of coffee and good morning, I love you, sweetheart. That's pretty much, how it starts. I make my way out after I get a cup of coffee, I go out to the back patio. And of course, by then I keep a round bale back there not far so I can see some of my livestock come in there close, right behind the swimming pool. I'm sure they'd like to get in the pool, but we don't let them in there. We've got dogs that don't even get in there. They say that one dog in the swimming pool is equal to about 25 humans, and I'm the pool boy, so I don't want to do too much of that. So I stay busy. Yeah, I talked about being kind of semi-retired. I suppose that I am, but believe me, with the 65 acres out there and having a guy that does help me, about 16 hours a week, I'm busy out there.
Yeah.
And I still find time to, we give back to my former university, East Texas State. A lot of people don't know this about me, but my father, my late mother and father were two of the most awesome people that you'd ever want to meet, for sure. And born in Great Depression and poor as they could be, but not knowing they were poor. They too had great parents. But Dad, Dad wrote a letter to a coach in Paris Junior College in about 1956. Said, "I'm going to come get a scholarship." He was stationed down at Fort Hood, already had 2 kids. And that coach, Ernest Hawkins, famous. He was an All-American quarterback out of Texas Tech, but he was coaching there at Paris Junior College. He said, "Son, I don't just give scholarships, but you come up here and try out." He said, "Well, I'll borrow I'll borrow my father-in-law's car, and I'll come up and try out." Well, he tried out. He made the team, but I'm going to fast forward this story real quick. The next year, he transferred to East Texas State. And 1958, 1959, he was All-American quarterback, got drafted in 60 by the Minnesota Vikings and traded to the Oakland Raiders. And I say that to say that was back when there was an American Football League and the National Football League.
And this is your dad?
This is when they joined. That's right. Yeah. But long story short, mother and father had 100 years of working at East Texas State. So, that alumni center there is called the McCord Family Alumni Center, where my family's been. All my siblings graduated there. My youngest daughter, Elizabeth Marie, she's a senior at East Texas now. So our roots are deep there. It's a local university, and it's grown quite a bit. There's a lot of things I like and don't like about all universities, if you will.
Yeah.
But that place is near and dear to my family's heart. We have such a long history there,
I mean, you grew up there too.
I grew up there, man. I was a Commerce boy. That's right.
Yeah.
Graduated in '84.
Not too far from Greenville, y'all.
Born in Greenville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Greenville.
Greenville.
I mean,
yeah.
It's getting some growth there, but I don't think it's going the growth the right way.
Probably not.
But the downtown area I've always thought was really cool.
Yeah, it used to be a great place to go back in the 70s in particular, those places. Yeah. Greenville, like so many of our small towns around this country, the highway system bypassed them. And they're just dying on the vine. My heart swells up when I see these people going in and revamping a building that was built in 1880. And it's so nice to see.
I've been lucky enough to be a part of quite a few of those projects in
wonderful.
Different downtowns. Me and Maddie just did one in downtown Kaufman.
Oh, fantastic.
Right off the square. It was 1899.
That's beautiful.
And it was a lot of fun.
That was old. I'm going to forget the name of the actual. It was a general store.
Okay.
Is what it was. And then in the 20s, it turned into a little hotel, I guess, with the general store still below it.
Yes.
Above it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool. I got to go
where Bonnie and Clyde apparently stayed a couple nights because that's what it's being turned into is a Bonnie and Clyde Airbnb.
Bed and breakfast type of
deal. Bed and breakfast, yeah.
And the owners are in a process. The guy's an English guy and his wife is American, but he's a very hands-on guy. He bought the building right behind it. He does a bunch of metal art, and I think he makes light fixtures and stuff. He's made a bunch for
Chili's.
Oh, wow.
He's got some hanging in downtown Dallas at some of the skyscrapers there and some of the penthouses and stuff.
He did the smaller Pegasus out in front of what's that? The Omni.
Okay.
Yeah. The smaller one that they built in downtown, he's the one that built that.
So the upstairs portion is really cool. And you go up there and the ceilings in there, man, I want to say they're probably at least 10, 12 foot. And you have the big wide molding. Sure. Everything back then was
dental molding or something.
Yes. I mean, even the baseboards, they're 12 inches. Got the little rollover on top. And it still has the cheesecloth and wallpaper in some of the rooms.
Oh, wow.
Up there. I mean, it's all deteriorated, but it's still there.
Makes me want to stop by, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool place. And Tony Collins Art is a guy in the downstairs. He's putting in his art gallery there. And the guy does anything from metal art to
just regular painting and metalwork. He does a lot of welding.
Yeah. And he actually made the canopies there and designed the turnbuckles and stuff going back to attach the canopy to the old brick facade and everything. Wow. He made those. Very interesting guy.
Yep.
A little difficult to work with sometimes.
If I stopped by and told him you sent me, what would he say?
He would be nice. He'd be nice. The outside of it, we did a bunch of tile work he had the windows back to the front of it like it was when the building was originally built, with a few modifications from a structural standpoint. But the tile on the outside kind of mimics the tile was in the 1890s and everything. And we did a bunch of that. And this is a project that he's very hands-on. That's the best way I can put it.
Okay.
Got it. And he likes to do a lot of things himself.
Yeah. Is he Googling most of the time?
No, I wouldn't say so.
No, I mean, he knows what
He's a pretty
doing.
smart guy.
Pretty smart
Awesome.
guy. I don't think he's in a big hurry.
That's all right, man.
You know what I mean? So he just.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. We live in a world, particularly in this country, as you guys know, we're striving, never to arrive.
Yes.
And we forget that life's a whole lot bigger than working your life away. Becoming efficient and doing what you love, the quicker we can figure that out. And it's just some of those things that I figured out on that 90-day journey, right?
Yeah.
I got a lot of it.
Yes.
But headed out and reminding myself that, man, the world's not going to stop, and it don't center around any of us, right?
Yeah.
And what we do and what we say each and every day makes a difference. And when we realize that, and words are real. And somebody told me one time, I heard it kind of recently, words are like arrows, and once you've shot one, you ain't getting that one back.
Yeah.
So we all have to pay attention to what we say, because I'm one of those guys that over the years,
there's power in the
I didn't
tongue,
have a
man.
filter in some of that stuff, man. And I've had to go back to a lot of folks and tell them honestly that I'm sorry for having not the greatest of all attitudes that afternoon. And, so we got to think about what we're saying, because there's a lot of power in it.
Yes, there is. Well, sharper than a two-edged sword.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Guarantee you.
I've been caught the same thing. I said sorry a bunch of times.
Oh, man. I walk around like an old Nate Bargatze, that great comedian. You guys probably heard, a very clean guy, too. He walks around his house with a pocket full of sorries, because he's always having to give them to his wife, and she doesn't keep any in her pocket. Yeah. And I kind of feel the same way. My wife doesn't have to say sorry, because to me, because she does so many great things and so good to me.
Yeah.
But boy, I need to not do things that require me to have to say I'm sorry, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad to say I'm a lot better than I used to be.
How long y'all been married?
Golly, man, pushing the 30-year mark next year. Yeah.
What's the secret?
Man, first off, when I made the decision to get married, it truly, like the vows say, for better, for worse. Now, I knew it was going to be better, but it hadn't been easy. I did mention I raised 4 daughters. I raised them. My wife and I raised them together, right. And with that came challenges that I was unaware of I was going to have. These kids don't come with instruction manuals, right?
And
but I wouldn't trade anything. It was, but at the same time, man, it was the most beautiful thing in the world. But the secret is just being able to don't always have to be right.
Yes.
You don't have to be right.
Yeah.
And sometimes just being quiet, being a good listener.
Yep.
And she and I both had to work on that. But she and I have had plenty of times where we sit down and we have these discussions. What can we do to get through this and not, be mad or angry? And that takes it takes work, and it takes both people. But somebody's got to start, right? You can't have so much pride as to say, well, I will when she does, or I will when he does.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to step up.
I told my wife she needed to embrace her mistakes. She gave me a big old hug.
Yeah, that's good. She embraced her mistake right there, didn't she? That's a good one.
I raised 3 daughters, man, and the 2 oldest ones.
I just got that.
Yeah, he's Taylor, young guy, and the one of the greatest things I had with my 2 oldest daughters is I got to coach them in sports.
Oh, wow.
Really, from the time they were younger all the way up until they graduated for the most part. And my youngest, I didn't get to, but, now that they're in their 20s and living life and stuff, I get to look back on those days, and, man, I was glad I was able to be there and to cherish those times with them. Even though I seemed like I was probably pissed off more than I was happy during the moments because I'm a competitive person. I want to win, you know. And one of the regrets I do have is I think I took a lot of that time just a little bit too serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I should have enjoyed the moment more than what the outcome was of whatever said game or tournament or whatnot. And everything.
I get it, man. But you understand that, you know, to understand that it makes going forward a lot easier to even, you know, no matter what comes our way as a man or a woman on planet Earth, it's there for a reason. Some of the worst things that happened to me in my life, things that I just didn't understand why it's going. Now, don't get me wrong. Epitome of health. I've got so much to be grateful for.
Right.
But the things that didn't go the way that I was hoping they would go turned out that it's exactly what I needed at that time. And having that attitude, you know, as a grown man, is smoothed out some of the patches here on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Particularly when you start looking at things like why in the world, you know, from the wars to the homicides and all the things, the drug issues running around rampant in our world and country, more specifically right here under our own nose. You know, it's heartbreaking, but you know, you can dig a hole and get in it and cry and be upset about the world the way it is, or you can just adopt the attitude that, you know, everybody is taking their own class. Not everybody's in calculus.
Yeah.
Some are in introduction to algebra, but we all have some lessons to learn. And I just want the lessons that I have to learn to be different than the ones I had to learn last year. And that's, you know, you gotta make progress. You know, we human beings need to, I like what Michelangelo said when he was asked, I think it was in the 15th century. Michelangelo, how did you carve something as magnificent as a 16-foot King David out of a block of marble?
Yeah.
And he said, you know, King David was already in the block of marble. There's a King David in all of us was his metaphor.
Yeah.
We need to chip away the excess.
Yeah.
And if we're not chipping away the excess, I mean, I'd hate to think I'm the same old dadgum husband, you know, with the same old faults I was a year. I got plenty of faults today.
Yeah.
But I hope they're not the same ones that I had 2 or 3 years ago. And I think the same holds true for how do your grandkids perceive you? Not that are you a pushover, you know, discipline's important. We live in a world where people forgot about that. Accountability, picking up after yourself. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Those things are important.
Yes.
But, you know, at the end of the day, we want to be a little bit better than we used to be. And that requires being mindful of what we're doing, what we're saying, what we're thinking. You know, a lot of people don't realize it, but we do become what we think about. All day long. Oh, yeah. So if you find yourself thinking, if you find yourself thinking, man, I guess I'm just always going to be broke. Guess what? You're always going to be broke.
Yeah, it's that negative. It's that negative
or
energy.
I'm always going to have a weight issue. I just can't seem to. It's just part of my. That's in my genes.
Are you reading my soul over here?
Hey, we all are light for each other. I'm telling you, man. There's truth.
Mike's in the pulpit right now, preaching to you, man.
Well, man, I've struggled with it. When I was a kid, back shopping at JCPenney's in the early 70s, I didn't realize it, but Mom was always taking me to the Husky section. That's right. I went over to the Husky section and I bought the cardboard knitted Husky breeches. Not because I was fat, but I've just always been kind of a strong, heavy, built like a fire plug, right?
Yeah.
But with that, if you're not eating properly, that can become to be a really fat butt in a hurry.
Yes.
If you don't pay attention. So that's something that some people can just eat whatever they want and not gain any weight. Now I'm a strong guy still at almost 60, but it takes work, man. If I'm not putting in my body the right mix of protein and carbohydrates and yada, yada, yada,
yeah,
man, it'll show real quick in the morning.
Fast.
And it goes fast. And,
yes.
And, so you got to be mindful, and it's hard. And I struggle with it every day. What did I have this morning? I had a shake. It was great. Now I just got to keep myself from going to the Sonic when we get done here today.
Yes.
Not to mention, I don't want to spend $14 on a hamburger. I'm sick of that crap too.
Yes. I don't think that's going to change, Joe.
No, it's gonna get worse.
You know what?
It's only gonna get worse.
When I was in Houston this weekend, I went and visited my buddy down there. We went to In-N-Out. I had never been to In-N-Out before.
That's awesome, man.
For $10, you can get a burger, fries, and a drink, and it was like fresh and delicious. I mean, I was actually really impressed. I had been always the Texas guy, Whataburger.
Did you get the In-N-Out sauce on there?
Yeah, the animal style and everything like that. Yeah, I got
the
that.
Thousand Island or whatever.
Yeah, that's man. I'm like I said, first time I had ever been there. I was impressed with the quality for the price. That's what reminded me. So not
duly noted.
Yeah, not that I'm saying you need a hamburger. I'm just saying.
Well, it's
actually pretty good.
You can have a hamburger. You just don't. I don't need to have one every day.
Are you an In-N-Out guy? You like In-N-Out? Man,
I've only been to In-N-Out once when they first opened and they had those lines that were 2 miles long in the Metroplex. I thought I waited till the lines cleared about 60 days into it.
Yeah.
And I went to check it out. And unlike you, I wasn't totally impressed. I thought, well, this is so simple. The burger was just kind of a burger. I didn't get it, but maybe, maybe it is great. I'll give them another chance.
Yeah. And like I said, if you're looking for if you want like a crazy different burger, but if you're wanting like a homemade style hamburger, I thought it was pretty good. So, but
Sounds
then again,
good.
There's a reason I look like I do and you look like you do.
Well, you look fine, man. You look good.
I'm an In-N-Out guy. So with you being down here and you see the growth that's coming down here, how far out you think we are of seeing like 175 just kind of blown up to what you see in the city and everything?
It's here. I got an analogy for that. If you put a frog on a pan and you put it on the stovetop and you turn the heat up as high as it can, that frog, because it's gradual warm up, that frog will cook itself. But if you don't put the frog in until the pan's already extremely hot, it'll jump out. I'm not suggesting anybody try that. I'm not killing anything just for the sake of it. But the point is that I think it's already happening.
Well, yeah.
Get on that highway and head out. Go 6 o'clock in the morning. Just see how many cars are headed from here back to the Metroplex.
Yeah.
And then at 5 o'clock, I had a golf match with some buddies of mine. Played the tennis in the Highlands last week. And we teed off somewhere around 1 o'clock. And I guess it was about 6:30 when I was coming back down 175. And I think I was 17 miles an hour for, 8 or 10 miles, coming through the Seagoville area. And it wasn't like that. When I started building houses in February of 1994, I had an office there in Kaufman and Heber Road. And it was no traffic, nothing. Going back and forth was a breeze, but just to see that come out here, I'm sitting at stoplights in Gun Barrel City now for, what seems like an eternity, but we've been awful spoiled out here. But I think we're going to see a lot of development. And I had property on 175. I remember buying it I thought it was a ton of money, $15,000 an acre. I bought 5 acres in 1995.
You still got it?
No, I sold it. Years ago. Yeah.
Wish you still had it?
Yeah, I do. But that little area where I had it, it's instead of really nice businesses coming in, it's a little frustrating, out in the county, you can almost do anything you want, even though I think in Henderson County, they now at least have an 83-page development document you have to adhere to. And I appreciate that very much as opposed to the 1-page document because, people were doing these quote unquote developments and not realizing they were selling property to people and they couldn't even put a septic on it or didn't have water availability. And so anyway, certainly couldn't get a fire truck in there if they had to put a house fire out, that sort of thing. But back then the traffic wasn't near as bad. But what I'm seeing now is just, there's dozers, there's places people are building paths, but so many of those buildings are junk. They're putting up whatever they want, and those things are going to be here for a long time. So, I'm one of those that you don't have to spend a ton of money, but keep it nice and neat, would you please?
Yeah.
And there's some places in that area where that office was where it's kind of all an eyesore to me. So, I guess I wish I had it because that never would have happened. But the fact of the matter is I did sell it.
Yeah.
And I think some car dealership out of I can't think of the name of what's the area between here and Dallas of not the greatest of areas. Everybody's got bars on the windows. Some guy bought that over. Man, a little bit further.
Pleasant Grove.
Pleasant Grove. Thank you very much. A car dealer bought this property from me, and it looks like he brought a little bit of Pleasant Grove up with him. And, and I hate to say that. There's wonderful people in Pleasant Grove, but some of the nonsense that area brings, we really don't want it out here, although it's here.
I see, for the most part, when I graduated Maybank, I left, and we talked about it numerous times on here. I went to Forney to raise my kids, and that was in the late 90s, and it was still a small town back then. It was just
I remember
Dairy Queen and McDonald's and stuff, and I really saw them fail miserably at developing that city to what it is now. I mean, it's not a very good area at all as far as crime-wise, and the stuff they've allowed to really happen on the north side of 80 between Windmill Farms and Travis Ranch, just the ones that are higher crime areas and stuff. But you go a little past that, you go to Heath, man, and Heath has done it right.
Yeah, they have.
And it comes with the people in the city, putting requirements on what can be built.
Absolutely.
And I don't really understand why all cities don't kind of adapt that.
Yeah. I've been a little bit disappointed here under our own nose, particularly some of the developments that I've seen happening in Maybank, and the quality of the streets and the widths of the driveways and and a lot of those houses get turned over into rent houses. Matter of fact, that's happening in Forney right now. From what I understand, it's
happened in 08.
That was the happiness that was the fastest growing city in the country at one time. And of course, Kaufman County's been the fastest growing county, I think, in the country for some time as well. But there are people getting out of Forney for that very reason. It happened to Garland years. It went to crap. Now they're probably going to have maybe it'll get good again at some point. Everything's kind of cyclical, but it's a shame, and that comes down to we got an education problem in our world. I'm not talking about people need to go to college, because that's not certainly for everybody. And this day and age, it's not for very many. Sometimes I feel like, unless you want to go get brainwashed and anyway, we won't go into all of that kind of stuff, but I'll tell you what, a dog's always going to be a dog, and I'm not ever going to suggest to my grandchildren that dog could be a cat if it wanted to be, but that's another story for another time.
Yeah, that's
but anyhow,
that's a whole nother subject.
That's a whole nother subject.
The cities, though, preparing for growth.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be critical of what anybody's doing, because I think everybody that's doing what they're doing in our area and in Forney, there were people over there doing what they thought they should be doing. But as this growth heads this way, you would think that the powers that be would learn from mistakes. And it appears to me that as it grows out here, we just keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Like in Maybank right now, I think we were really anxious for the growth to get here.
Yeah.
And I think we cut a few corners.
Well, what happens is on some of these cities Tyson, is that even if, let's say Maybank, that's where the most growth is going to happen. Gumbarrel, there's not much left of it. But Maybank is that even if they did restrictions, let's say inside the city limits of they have to be 100% brick homes, nothing less than a half-acre lot, there's so much land outside the city limits that they can go build on that Maybank still has to help take care of the roads, from my understanding, and water and sewage and that sort of deal. That's kind of what happened to Forney too. They did have some restrictions. That's why Windmill Farms, when it got built, they went outside the city limits. And they
back in the day, Kaufman County was one of the hardest counties,
and that's what
to put a subdivision in. They had restrictions, and you had to be big streets with curbs.
And I'm for that.
And I think that's more of a county issue, probably. And Mike probably knows more than that than we do. That'd be more of a county restrictions versus a city restrictions when they gets outside the city limits.
Yeah, with what Henderson County has done this last year with their new document on what it takes to put in a subdivision in Henderson County outside the city limits. Like I said, it's an 83-page document, and they cross some T's and dotted some I's, and I'm all for it. You would think, as somebody that's been in the construction business
Right.
all these years, that you're like, man, we need to make this easy. Well, no, we don't need to make it easy, because every Tom, Dick, and Harry will think they know what they're doing and screw it up for a century to come.
Yeah.
So I think what they did was made a lot of sense. I'm sure there's a lot of people that wish they didn't do that, because they were just wanting to quickly turn a buck or whatever.
The land of the chucks in the truck.
Yeah, exactly. But there's also, when you get in these smaller towns, sometimes you get conflicts of interest. It'd be nice to have some. There's some things that could be done, but when you're we need to pay attention to our elected officials. I mean, it starts here at this
Absolutely.
ground. This, and a lot of people, I think, they get in with good intentions, but it takes a real leader and sometimes you ruffle feathers, because people get used to doing things the way they've always done it.
Yes.
And people start dropping names. Well, my family's been here for 100 years, and matter of fact, my uncle owns that, and this is what we, all of a sudden it's a conflict on what really ought to happen and what ends up happening, the reality of the property. But I'll give you another quick example. I built my office in here where it currently located at 2112 South 3rd Street, and I built that probably 2020.
I consider Maybank and Gumboro.
I'm the last lot in Maybank, and I'm very proud of that. And I was very proud of that. And one of the first things I did when I bought that property was, I spent in 2000, year before 9/11, I probably spent $20,000 on my sign. Why did I do that? Why would a young man do it? First off, I want people to know that I'm here and I'm here to stay. And I've proven that 33 years of doing this around here. But, I take pride in what I do. And I thought, man, I'm going to set a trend. But if you drive down that road right now, go past my place and head north down Maybank, more than most of the signs are plywood. The paint, you can't even read what the signs used to say. The telephone poles, instead of being perpendicular to the ground, are at 30-degree angles. It just looks like nobody gives a crap. And I think, why do we allow any old sign to be erected any place? Well, because somebody owns 150 acres. And they're going to get $100 times 50 signs a month, and there's no restrictions on what the sign has to look like. Yeah. Well, that's a problem, And until somebody's willing to stand up and say it and get something done about it, we'll just continue to have that kind of. And we're talking about signs there, but we can also talk about.
There are a lot of signs down here.
We can talk about streets, and we can talk about the new subdivision.
Yeah. There's a lot of signs down here.
There's a lot. It's
ridiculous how many signs that are down here.
Yep. Back in the day, there's a lot of signs, and maybe you didn't have it. We've taken a lot of pride in all these years. I always thought, if I want to be a reputable home builder, I need to have a place where people can find me.
Right.
So I take great pride in having a place where people can find me, like you do. People know where you are. You're right here. You got a great place here, by the way.
Appreciate it.
But
and Gumboro has been very good to us.
Have they really?
Since we've been in here, through the city. I mean, after we got in here, we did some stuff at the police department, stuff at the fire department, helping them out, do little projects and stuff. And they've been very receptive of us being here. And they were happy that we came here too.
That's awesome. That's mutual reciprocity. That's what it's supposed to be,
Absolutely.
A deal is only good for anybody. I don't care if it's personal or business. If it's good for everybody, or at least the two that are making the deal, right?
Right.
And, mutual reciprocity. We ought to all, I've never...
I wanted on my original. I was never planning on coming to this building. It's kind of a fluky deal. I've been looking for 2 or 3 years to come off of Market Street. We weren't getting no walk-in traffic,
right?
And even though downtown Market Street's really cool, not a lot of people actually just get out and drive down it and come shopping in. We're lucky to get maybe 1-2 walk-ins a month if we're lucky.
Yeah.
And Matty was down there pretty much by himself the whole time. I was really just trying to keep that one open, and I looked towards Malakoff area. I kept looking for buildings that would fit what we need, but I could never find nothing big enough.
Yeah.
I knew I needed 4,000 to 5,000 square feet. Yeah. I found one over there where that Kiss Donut place is, that blue building. When she bought that and renovated that. I think Zach Hill went over there and renovated that. She approached me and it was a perfect size building I needed. It's a little bit bigger than this one, but I couldn't figure out, for one, how to get 18 wheelers in and out of there.
Yeah.
And I really didn't like the location of it, not being closer up in town and
Right.
stuff, missing the people that live out in.
But we used to get a lot, talking about walk-in traffic.
Yeah.
We used to get quite a bit of walk-in traffic. I've had offices at Richland Chambers. I've had office in Athens. I had one, like I said, in Kaufman when I started in 94. And we used to get quite a bit of walk-in traffic. We just don't get that kind of walk-in traffic anymore. And part of that is that people are flying down this highway 20 miles an hour faster than they were doing back in 2005 or 8. And that's a guess. I didn't do any research on that.
Well,
but I'm guessing.
they're pretty sure.
So damn many signs up and down here.
Yeah,
now
they're trying
that
to fly
you can't
past
even
them. They don't
tell
want to see.
signs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
It's overwhelming.
And you had a little growth since you built your building there. I know CJ's come in over there, Barton's Transmission.
Oh, yeah,
I forget.
absolutely.
There's some couple
Nice
other ones.
building, too.
Yeah.
Some great little buildings right in there.
And
West-
you're not just standing out there as you once
Yeah.
was probably 15 years
Yeah.
ago either. But
It's true.
you got anything for him before we jump into these games?
No, I'm good.
You got anything,
Well,
Matt?
I got one. I kind of getting back to your 90 days of
Yeah.
being on the road.
Sure.
You
I
talked
like
about-
that,
I
too.
really did. That's very enjoyable. I want to know what the worst day was. I don't want to know about the not the no-tell motel, because I know that was probably terrible compared to a lot of the days.
No,
but
but it was amazing, too. That was a good experience there. But let me think on that. So I might have to get too personal on this one. Man, all right. I'm going to throw it out there. So I told you I was a big reader and all, and I told you I was doing some meditating and all while I was out there. Well, I had gone into the middle. This was somewhere between Telluride and Mancos, I think, in the middle of, no one around, nobody anywhere close to me. So I felt pretty much comfortable with whatever I wanted to wear or not wear.
okay.
Man, I had, I wasn't looking for a vision or a spiritual vision or any of that. I've had plenty of those in my life, but I did have a great little meditative session there. And I got up after a couple hours of silence under a giant tree and began to walk. And I walked quite a ways and I realized, dang, man, I probably ought to put my shoes on at least. So I grabbed my shoes and I walked for, I don't know, an hour or so. And I walked into this little feeder stream that was headed, it was going to be going into one of the main rivers there, Animus or something. And I came upon, this is no joke, the perfect baby carriage. This is in the middle of nowhere, man. And this is a stream, and the water's pretty loud. You couldn't hear any voices, even if somebody was talking. But there was a baby carriage there with some Huggy diapers in it that were unopened and some baby wipes. And I swear it looked like that thing had just come off the showroom floor and it was sitting on top of rocks in the middle of this stream. And I saw it. And I thought, first off, nobody would be able to push a baby carriage anywhere in this area. This is, what's it doing here? So I began to, got my attention. So I looked around. I kind of got low, looked like a little Indian, roaming around the area, trying to do a little recon, see if somebody was around there.
So you only have just your tennis shoes on? That's it?
That's it.
Okay. I'm not sure I caught that part right.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to bring it back up. I was hoping it went over most of the heads, but that's right. I got actually hiking shoes. I had some pretty good hiking shoes on.
So was this right when you first started microdosing?
I was going to say the same thing.
It's 4 days in, but anyway, I saw this, and I rationalized everything under the sun, man. The stream brought this down here, but then it didn't make sense. How does it do that? And everything's still perfectly situated in it. The wheels aren't dirty. It all looks great, and I thought about it, looked around for some time, and then I followed that little old feeder creek down for, I don't know, a long ways, and I was probably going downhill, maybe about a 600 or 800 foot ascent, or descent, and then I came back. And of course, I was very careful to follow the stream. That's how I was going to get back. Right. This is the middle of nowhere. I didn't have my compass with me or any maps or anything like that. I came back and it was still there. And I was very glad of that. Had it not been there, I would have really been freaking.
Yeah.
But it was there. And I just shook my head. So that was probably the oddest thing that happened to me out there, but I spent a load of time. I tell you, there's nothing crazier. Of course, everybody was wearing masks. Remember, everybody the mask thing. Of course, I'm on sabbatical. I started in that Cap Rock Canyon. Obviously, I didn't wear a mask. I didn't wear a mask throughout. The only time I put a mask on is when I went in for my, I went to pick up something at the store once a week. I would load up for the week, so I cooked everything. And boy, I was eating healthy too. It was great. But anyway, I loaded. I would load up and get back out there in the woods, but I spent that entire time without a mask on. But when I would go into one of these little old affiliated stores, they were always very small, little mountain stores, right? Mm-hmm. And they didn't laugh at me because I hadn't shaved and I was filthy. I just looked like everybody else that was coming in here. And I'd get whatever I needed to get, but they would be wearing masks, and it was even in there. When I headed up to Redwood, I went through most of California, and everybody had a mask on there, so it was a big, big deal. I don't know what all is going on now, but we're all starting to, after we're in all the interviews and with Fauci here recently, we're realizing that maybe we didn't need to be wearing any masks to begin with. But I don't know.
We all got scammed.
Who knows? Who knows?
You never figured out where the baby carriage came from or anything.
Oh no,
just there.
No, I would be interested in going back this many years later to see if it's still there, because I guarantee you, with where I was, there hadn't been 5 people traipsed through that area since I was there, and that's 6 years ago. It's just remote. It's there's no campground down there. I didn't really have any business being there, but I found myself off of a logging road, and driving to a very secluded place. Of course, when you want to walk around with nothing but shoes, you better find a secluded place, particularly when you look like what I did. But anyway, so it was all good. It was a great experience.
So when you got home during the whole 3 months that you was gone, how was that first long conversation with your wife?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'll be quite honest, man. All the grandkids, and at that time I had only had 2. I just had my 3rd grandchild, I think. Yeah, just had her while I was gone, as a matter of fact. And they all came up to Arkansas, and they all, and my wife, and we all met for the first time in that 90 days, and in Hot Springs, stayed in a real hotel. My wife's she can be as rugged as any woman that I know. Is amazing. And we used to camp a lot when we were younger, but I got her a hotel.
Yeah.
And we stayed, and all the kids had a place to stay and all that. But man, it was great seeing all of them. And I gave them a little bit about my adventures, but really it was all about them. I was so happy to see them.
That journal that you started on, I'm assuming you're still writing this journal.
Not that one. That one's kind of special. I still do a little bit of writing. I still do quite a bit of reading, but
if you had to name that journal during that time, what would the title of that journal be?
Man, oh boy, you could put me on the spot there. And this is a leather bound killer looking journal anyway. And I burned into that leather on the top something. I'm trying to remember what it said. But I don't know that I could put a name on it. Of course, if you know anything about Henry David Thoreau and Walden's Woods and some of the stuff that he wrote about on his trek about keeping his life simple, You remember, my life had gotten pretty complicated. I had not only a great big family, which I adore, but running a couple businesses at the time, things get complicated. You got a $60,000-$70,000 a month payroll. You got 20 tires you need to replace every year between the half dozen vehicles and all the things that go with that. And not to mention, being the declarant in the Pinnacle Club, and that's a wonderful community. I owe a lot to that community, and I love it very much. But it's not easy being the top dog in a place where you have that many type A personalities that are all very successful. So, so it was an amazing journey for me, and I don't know what I would call that that journal, but I will say this: that the book that Henry David Thoreau wrote about in Walden's Woods about becoming, self-reliant and remembering who you are and all the things. We're all pulled a million directions. You're pulled a million directions. You may not even know it, and you are too. And we're pulled, and we got stuff to do. We got the inbox is giant, and sometimes when you get that much stuff on your plate, it comes a time where you just need to take the plate, scrape it off a little bit, because it's all going to be there for you later on. But I don't know what I would call that journal to get back to it, but I'm going to think about it. And if you ever have me back on here, I'll have the name of that journal for you.
If it comes to you before you get off here, go ahead and name it.
Naked and unafraid for 90 days. There you go.
Well, I was afraid that one little tip, when I saw that dadgum baby carriage, I had a little bit of fear.
Man, I can see myself. I mean, all the stuff you're saying right now is kind of the stuff that I'm dealing with right now with the business and payroll and the huge family.
Yep.
I mean, we got 6 kids, 11 grandkids, a 12th one on the way, and
holy mackerel.
And my wife was pulled up. We got a foster kid, 6 years old, that we're doing right now.
Right.
And it's a lot, man.
It is a lot. But you can handle it.
Oh, yeah.
If you couldn't handle it, you wouldn't have all that stuff going on. And as soon as we decide that there's something in there that we can't handle, we need to figure out how to make that little.
But I'm really digging this 90-day just take off, and
Deborah will kill me. Don't blame it on me if you do that. Tell Deborah I did not suggest.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you but it's a commitment, because I'm gonna tell you something.
Oh yeah.
What could I have done on that 90 days? I could have checked in every day. I could have asked 1,000 questions. I could have tried to be involved, but that defeated it. I knew going into it.
Yeah.
This was absolutely bare bones. And now, again, bare bones. Really, Mike, you're in a Range Rover. Look, it ain't about, I wanted to make sure I didn't get broken down, right? So I happen to have a nice car, but I didn't stay at any nice hotels.
Yeah.
No, I stayed at that crappy motel in the middle of South Dakota.
Taking it back simple again, man.
Simple, that's
simple life.
Well, I bring Henry David Thoreau up again real quick. So Henry David Thoreau, he was all about simplicity. And Ralph Waldo Emerson was his mentor. And when Henry David Thoreau decided he didn't want to pay any taxes and found himself in the jailhouse for a while, Emerson came down to visit him. Thoreau said, I'm just looking for simplicity, Ralph. Simplicity. And Ralph Waldo Emerson said, I think one simplicity would have sufficed. He made even his sentence complicated. But at the end of the day, simplifying one's life, that doesn't mean, sometimes less is more. Sometimes not doing something is what the doctor ordered.
Yes. I try to
how many times have you done
every day? Less is more.
There's always going to be honeydews. And I take great pride in feeding my animals. I was up early this morning. My donkeys were hee-hawing, loving to see me. My horses were neighing and happy to see me. Even my big old 3,000-pound Longhorn, who I don't generally get right up against and touch. I was on his side of the fence and rubbing his head today, and it was an awesome. But I live in that moment, and we got to live in those moments, or we'll look back and go, I don't remember. My dad told me one time, he said, son, a lot of people go, I don't remember what I ate yesterday morning, or I don't remember about last week. At some point in time, you forget decades. He wouldn't remember everything. I lost the 80s. I don't remember everything about it. So be present. Be present. Yeah. Whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Take note.
You ready for us?
Oh, yeah. If you're ready for me, I'm ready for you, sir.
Let's do it.
guys, so this is going to be our budget battle. Of course, Mr. Michael, you haven't been here before, but these guys have done this before. So the deal is you have $15, okay? So you got $15 to spend. As you see, we got a few different categories. You don't have to like pick one out of each group. You can literally spend your money however you want to spend it. But this is our question right now. If you're at home and you're looking, you're doing a little like Secret Window, isn't that what that movie was called? Right? With the where the Rear Window. Was it Secret Window or Rear Window?
Secret Window is the Johnny Depp one.
Okay, that's right. That's right. So, but anyway, you're peeking out, you're seeing you've got a really suspicious neighbor. So you've got $15 to spend. What is the most suspicious that you could make that neighbor? I'll give y'all a minute to kind of think things through. Do y'all need like a pen and a piece of paper or anything like that?
I do not.
Okay. If you need one, I can get you one. If you don't, then
So what item up there? Any of those items up there?
yes, sir. You see how up top where there's the colors that says $5, $4, $3. Yep. So
I got $15 to spend.
You got $15 to spend. So if you just want to do three $5 things, you can do that. If you want to do like all the $3 stuff and then a couple of ones, like whatever you want to do. All right, guys. So y'all have had a little bit of time here. So we're going to talk about our most suspicious new neighbor. And Mr. Michael, we'll go ahead and start with you, sir. So what are you not digging in a neighbor over there?
Man, first off, what I'm not digging is a bicycle pulling a homemade trailer. It seems very, very odd.
Right.
I immediately start questioning, why do I live here?
Is there not an HOA here? What is going on?
Particularly if he gets off of the bicycle and then he decides to stand on the porch and look at me. He's facing my house, or there's a mannequin facing my house, I should say. So, he's pulled up. He drives by his mannequin, turns his mannequin, I guess, over looking at me. Decides to come out later that evening to vacuum his lawn. Really?
I didn't even see that.
I don't know about that. And then we're looking for this aggravated goose. Where's the aggravated goose?
Right above it.
Run red shot around the house. Yeah, those items right. And then he's digging a hole. Also, I mean, all of these things right here.
At 2:13 in the morning?
I'm raising a red flag immediately. He's dug a hole. He's driving a bicycle with a homemade trailer. He's got a mannequin staring at my house. I mean, you can't make this up. It's Stephen King crap right
I
now.
missed the whole bottom row of stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it.
If that's my neighbor, I think I'm keeping Bodie Hill House on speed dial.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah. Good guy to have, no doubt.
What about you, Uncle Ty? What kind of weird neighbor you worried about over there?
I kind of saw some of the same things that Mike said. The bicycle pulling the homemade trailer up is catching my attention. Claiming to be retired at 31, along with these other things. It's all combined.
Yeah.
The satellite dish pointed at my bedroom. A sign on his house that says "Nothing to see here," and then he's burning documents in a barrel and doing holes at 2:13 a.m.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty suspicious neighbor there as well, for sure. Because we're burning stuff, we're digging holes, we're retired, but we're riding a bicycle. Yeah. I think we're in weird territory. And also, sometimes those satellite dishes are like listening device kind of things. So yeah, I'd be a little worried about that. So I think I'd call Bodie on him too. What about you, Maddie? What kind of weird neighbor you got?
Well, as your resident trailer trash from East Texas, Hopkins County, Sulphur Springs, I'm used to most of the people that are being named up here, but the problems that I do have is somebody that says they can be retired at 31. Not true in Hopkins County. I also, the thing with somebody driving an ambulance that they I guess bought at an auction is pretty little sneaky to me. I know y'all have issues with the bicycle and the trailer, but I grew up around a lot of those people. So doesn't bother me a whole lot. Alligators and one-eyed peacocks are fine. But I'll tell you, ain't nothing more scary than an aggravated goose.
It's true.
As somebody that also went to East Texas State or Texas A&M Commerce, the goose and the ducks out there
Oh yeah.
are terrifying.
G Lake.
Yes. So that was my suspicious one. The mannequin facing your house, I just don't like. I've seen a lot of people have to buy the same mailbox over and over because of us kids knocking their mailbox over constantly. So I've seen identical mailboxes. Ain't nobody got any actual satellite on the 17 satellite dishes that they have on their house. I've definitely seen the flower pots on the toilet. So yeah, the mannequin, a little weird. And then I think I ended up having like $3 extra. So I wrote vacuums the lawn twice.
Fair enough. That's definitely I don't know. I might call the HOA before I called the cops on that guy though. That's a weird sounding dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound like a serial killer.
Sulphur Springs literally has about 90% of the stuff that you wrote up there.
All right. Well, last but not least, Mr. Matt, what's your weird
not
neighbor?
nearly as good as y'all's, man. Y'all's is way funnier. Considering I didn't even read the bottom row. I just saw fire. Oh, and I saw the shower. I didn't read the whole thing. Maybe that's my dyslexia kicking in and getting sidetracked on other items. I did an online pharmacist in an unmarked van who has 12 mailboxes in front of his house and a satellite dish at my bedroom. Thought that would be kind of
But no,
That's pretty crazy.
I think I agree with you as well. But then again, I live in log cabin, so it does kind of sound like a neighbor of mine. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is. So
I built some houses over around you at Point La Vista, Woodland Shores, all those little Daniels Point in there back in the 90s.
All right, next one up, gentlemen. Build the worst infomercial ever. So this is going to be, like when Billy Mays or Phil Swift or any of those guys come on to sell you something, go ahead and build the worst infomercial ever. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes and we'll go through them. All right, guys. So y'all had $15 to build the worst infomercial of all time, the anti-Billy Mays, if you would. We'll go ahead and go in opposite order this time. So, Matt, go ahead and let us know about the worst infomercial you could come up with.
Man, the product's going to be the edible household cleaner. The miraculous claim that you'll lose 50 pounds overnight. But the side effects is it may cause blindness and it only works on a full moon.
Okay. Okay.
That was mine.
Who's your spokesperson?
Nobody.
Oh. It's just AI.
I didn't have the spokesperson.
It's just, that's
I ran out.
exactly it.
Budgeted required.
All right, Maddie, what are you thinking?
So my story is we're going to do the microwave safe gasoline container. It's being sold to you by a celebrity that's currently in prison. And his claim is that it'll repair your marriage. But during his demonstration, he accidentally causes a fire and the audience member is seriously injured. But unfortunately, these containers only work during the full moon.
Gotcha. This sounds like a good job for Diddy. All right, Tyson?
Mine may be kind of more of an actual infomercial in today's time.
Okay.
Because I think we're so instant gratification.
Oh, yeah.
This product will add 20 years to your life, but it may cause you to go blind, and it can't be sold in 9 states because it's illegal. And the shipping and handling is 12 times the price of the product.
You describe stuff that's going on right now. That's good.
Mr. Michael?
Yeah, I kept saying Matt and mine's very similar, but I'll start with this celebrity currently doing business out of a prison who's come up with an edible household cleaner that may cause permanent blindness. So that's really all I had, and that was my $15 or close there too.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Yeah,
You got to watch those edible household cleaners.
Yeah.
With that blindness.
Yeah, there's a lot of people eating household cleaners around here.
They're called iPods or what they're called.
Get rid of COVID.
I think he's talking about another one.
Yeah, well, if you go in a dollar store, you know you're limited. You can't just go in there and start buying any medications. There's people buying all sorts of. I don't know what Comet can be used for, but apparently, there's people have figured out other things to use it for.
I'll tell you what it's used for: house explosions.
Yeah.
Well, let's do another one, guys. This is probably my favorite of the topics. Why don't you go ahead and build your own ridiculous small town? We got a ridiculous small town here. Y'all go ahead and tell me about it. I'll give you a few minutes to figure out all the pertinence before I start questioning you about it.
It's really a small world. I love those little small towns.
Mm-hmm. I miss Silver Springs every day.
Yeah. Or Suffering Springs is a lot of
Suffering Springs.
Yeah.
That's right.
Will you ever find yourself living back in Commerce, or where you're at now is where you're gonna be?
Man. My roots they're pretty deep up here now with kiddos and all. I pay attention to where they'll all go.
Where are they settling down at?
Three of them are in the Athens area.
Oh, cool.
We'll see about Elizabeth when she graduates school. But
Hey, Maybank is playing Commerce this year, so
all right,
football. So, but speaking of small towns, there, man, why don't we just go ahead and talk about these ridiculous small towns we got here? I don't know, for some reason, I just feel like Mr. Michael is going to have a good one, so we're going to hold you for last. So we'll start with you this time, Uncle Ty. What are you thinking?
Well, I started with town laws. Rock, paper, and scissors is how we'll settle all the disagreements.
Okay.
And there's no shirts on Saturdays.
Okay.
Our annual festival is competitive dumpster diving.
Okay.
The mayor's the preacher who also owns the bail bonds agency.
Okay.
And a landmark is an abandoned shopping cart.
I mean, I'd probably live there. I think I'd live there. That'd be all right. That'd be all right. Maddie, what about you? What are you thinking about for a ridiculous small town?
So I had to go with the retired professional wrestler as my mayor.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be a great time.
Well, what's funny is Kane from back in the day is
a mayor
and somewhere in Tennessee, I think
is it Tennessee or Arkansas?
It's one of those. Yeah, something like that. But yeah.
That's so funny. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I had to go with the world's largest functional toilet as the landmark, just because my hometown's landmarks are two glass see-through toilets. I think having a annual release the raccoon ceremony sounds like the most fun a guy can have on a weekend.
Okay.
So that's my three big dollar choices, and I had $2 left, so I figured Gary's birthday had to be an annual festival as well, and the town law had to be everyone must be called Coach on Fridays.
Okay, I like it. I like it. I think that one's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right, Matt, what about you? I mean, so far, I think those two towns I'd be all right living in. You got one that would make my skin crawl, or what?
Well, the admin of the town would be in the Facebook group would be the mayor of the town.
I'm pretty sure Tool has that already, right?
That's Trinidad.
No.
And he's a bit mad. And just like Tyson, the town law would be every disagreement settled with rock, paper, scissors. Also in that town, the speed limit changed with the temperature.
Okay.
And the Cinco, the town mark would be a Cinco surrounded by lawn chairs.
Okay.
And there also is a preacher in the town that owns the bail bonds office, and there's vending machines inside of somebody's shed.
Somebody's what?
Somebody's shed.
Oh, it didn't sound like that at first. Okay, I agree. All right. Now, for some reason, I feel like as a man who's developed plenty of neighborhoods in his day, that you could really screw one up, Michael. So tell me what you got
a lot of pressure on me, man. You come up with almost anything. But man, my mayor, something about that preacher who also owns a bail bond office. I bet he's quite the character to talk to, for sure. So let's start with that guy right there. And let's don't forget, right out in the middle of town, right across from his little bail bond office, is a statue of a man nobody remembers. Nobody has a clue who it is, but there he is. All right. In the local business, he also, the preacher also has a bail bonds. Well, there's also a pawn shop that performs weddings. This is a multifaceted town. And the festival that everybody attends each and every year, all 7 of these people, is a lawnmower demolition derby. That's right. That's what they do. And there's one law that they are all asked to abide by. Please settle your disagreements in front of that statue of that man nobody remembers by doing rock, paper, and scissors.
That's good, Mike.
And everybody will gather around and watch it.
I think that's just about perfect. Well, all right, guys. That would
make a good reality show.
That would make a great reality show. Maybe Matt, maybe we can do that next year. We'll do that next summer. We'll make our own reality show. Well, all right, guys. This next show doesn't really need much introduction, so let's go ahead and get right on to it. All right, guys, welcome into the Mosier Survey Melee. It's a lot like a game show you've seen online, not online, but on TV, called Family Feud, but it is legally distinctively different than Family Feud. So first thing I'm going to need is everybody to come up with a buzz-in word. So I need to hear everybody's buzz-in word.
Yo.
Okay, yo for Matt.
Got it.
Got it for Tyson.
Boom.
Boom for Mr. Michael.
Beep.
Beep for Maddie. All right. So that's for whatever we're buzzing in on the first one there. So, all right, guys. So, but it's Family Feud. First 3 rounds are going to be just regular rounds. Next rounds 4 and 5 will be double points. Round 6 will be triple points.
So me and Maddie's on the team and they're on the team?
Correct. You and Matt and Maddie on one team, Uncle Ty and Mr. Michael on the other.
Mike, this kind of gets competitive on the buzz in who was first, so don't be shy to speak up.
All right. And check this out.
Cheat on the points.
Check this out. I've even got
Not me.
correct. I've got buzzers and everything this week too. So how about that? Yep. All right. So we'll start off with Mr. Michael and Mr. Matt. You buzz in whenever you have an answer.
Yo.
All right. Didn't even get it out. I believe it was Mr. Michael that time. So name something people do in their car when
That
nobody's
was
watching.
Text.
Text. No, sir. Not on the list.
Wow.
So, Matt, you're going to get a chance.
Pick your nose.
Oh, that was mine.
That was my first one.
Number 4 answer on the board. Pick their nose. So, Maddie, are you going to pass or play?
We're going to pass.
You are going to pass. So, Team A will be active, and it will go over to Uncle Ty. Uncle Ty, name something people do in their car when nobody is watching.
Sleep.
Sleep. No, sir. Not going to be on the board. So 1 strike. Back to you, Mr. Mike. Name something people do in the car when they think nobody is watching.
Wow, man, this is tougher than I thought. Change clothes.
Change clothes.
That's a good answer.
That's what they say. Good answer.
No, sir.
Oh, you got it up.
That should have been.
No,
It should have been up there. So not on there. So 1 strike left. Matt and Maddie be preparing an answer. Uncle Ty, name something people do in their car when nobody is watching.
Use the bathroom.
Use the bathroom. We're going to give it to you here. We're going to give it to you. Pass gas.
Okay.
Down there at the end. They're usually pretty lenient on these things. So
I don't care if they're watching.
so 2 strikes. Name something people do in a car when nobody is watching, Mr. Mike.
Gee whiz. How about, to use a term back in the day when Richard Dawson came up with this show, making whoopee.
Whoopee. No, sir. Not going to be on
They don't know how to have fun.
So Matt and Maddie going to have 1 chance to answer here.
We're going to go with singing.
Singing, number one on the board. So Team B, Matt and Maddie, will take the first round and be awarded the first set of points.
I just want to let you know.
Wow, that hurt.
I'm undefeated on this game.
He is. So let's go down the list.
I'll
So number
just
one
let you
was
know the reason they're undefeated is because these answers make no damn sense.
I think that you said doesn't make any sense, but I think the number one thing everybody would think is singing loudly. Number two, talking to
People can't see you
themselves.
singing.
Number three, eat. Number four, we had pick their nose. Number five, dance. Number six, yell at other drivers. Number seven, rehearse an argument. And then number eight was pass gas.
For you, Mike, I was with the whoopee deal because I thought that really was probably the number one answer.
Trying to think of stuff that I wouldn't want people to see me doing. They can't see me really singing.
Yeah, they can. I laugh at people all the
Can't
time
hear
when I
it.
see them over there, doing stuff.
Yeah.
I sing when people are looking.
What song do you usually like to sing when you're driving, Tyson?
Just whatever's on the radio, Matt. He always tries to bait
Yeah,
me into
there you go.
swinging because I can't sing.
No, you sing good.
Let's go. Come on. I'm tired of griping.
Oh, somebody got a new drop. All right, moving on to the next one. So Maddie and Tyson, it will be y'all. So remember, you got to buzz in. Name something people realize they forgot after they already are on the highway. All right, Maddie, I heard you first.
Wallet.
Number two answer on the board. So Tyson, you will have a chance.
Phone.
Number one answer, phone. So Tyson and Michael, are you going to pass or are you going to play?
We're going to pass.
You are going to pass. So they're going to make Team B the active team. Matt and Maddie. Matt, name something people realize they forgot after they are already on the highway.
How long do we get to figure this out?
About 8 seconds.
They forget their backpack,
Their backpack.
Good answer, Matt.
purse type thing, whatever.
Guy with 16
Purse is already
grandkids.
up
He
there.
knows.
Yeah, purse is already up there. Unfortunately, backpack not going to be on the list, sir.
Oh,
So
boy.
it takes it over to Maddie, who's usually the best at these kind of games. So, Maddie, name something people realize they forgot after they've already got on the highway.
It can't be keys because they're in their car already. 5
seconds.
I'm gonna say like a computer, something for work.
Something for work.
Give it to him.
No, don't give it to me if it's I don't know. It's up to you.
I want to, but I think Uncle
As
Ty would.
I'm saying computer, but
Yeah, so unfortunately not going to be on the list. So 2 strikes. Uncle Ty, Michael, y'all be ready to answer. Matt, name something people realize they forgot after they're already on the highway.
Their kid.
Their kid.
Oh, that's a good
one. No, sir. No Home Alone happening here today. But I think that was a pretty good answer. So, Mr. Michael, Uncle Ty, y'all are going to get one chance to steal.
You want to pass it again?
Name something people
Here he
realize
comes.
they forgot after they're already on the highway.
We're going to say your lunch or maybe like snacks. Your lunch.
Lunch or snack.
yeah, lunch is
I got
definitely
it.
there.
Oh,
Sir, not
Give us
gonna
the
be
points.
on there. So go ahead and give Team B the points here.
Wow.
All right. So number 1 was phone. Number 2 was wallet or purse. Number 3, charger. Number 4, medicine. Number 5, toothbrush. Number 6, underwear. Number 7, tickets and or your reservations.
you didn't say they're going on vacation.
8,
Yeah,
locking the house.
I had toothbrush in my head the whole time, but there was never like we're going on a weekend getaway
Yeah,
thing.
we thought we were going to work.
Yeah.
I kind of see tickets and I kind of see locking the door.
Was Charger what you were trying to almost give me?
Yeah.
I think
I was real close to giving it to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I think the survey of those 100 people were imbeciles, man.
Yeah. That might have been from Sulphur Springs.
They might not be real
Suffering
people.
Springs.
Suffering Springs. My bad.
All right, we're going to move on to round number 3. This will be the last of our regular rounds. Back to Mr. Michael and Mr. Matt. Name something people try to carry all at once to avoid making a second trip.
Yo,
Matt.
groceries.
Number 1 answer on the board, of course, is groceries. All right, so pass or play?
Pass.
They are going to pass over to Team A here. All right, Team A, still no points on the board. Need to get it going, but remember we do have double and triple rounds coming up. Name something people try to carry all at once to avoid making a second trip, Uncle Ty.
Is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's that way.
Yes, sir. It's you.
I'm going to go with laundry.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Laundry. Bing, bing. Number 4 on the board. So no strikes yet. Mr. Michael needs something else. Name something to carry. People try and carry all at once to avoid making a second trip.
Dishes.
Which one?
Dishes.
That was
I don't know.
Man, I'm going to give it to you here. Takeout food, which has got dishes with it.
Okay.
Yes, I know. It was closer than a charger to a laptop. That's all I'm saying. All
I'm not complaining.
right.
And it could be in the house. You're not
You were
necessarily
the-
outside
you see-
the house.
Tyson, Mr. Matt, that's exact. Whenever you disagree with something, look at Matty as an example. He disagreed. He looked at me, gave me a look like, okay, screw you too, and then went on with his business.
I didn't do that at all. I actually agree. I wouldn't give him me charger if I said computer.
All right, so Mr. Tyson, back to you, sir. Name something people try to carry all at once to avoid making a second. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's Mr. Michael. Name something people try to carry all at once to avoid making a second trip.
I just did the takeout food, so it's my turn.
It was you that said dishes?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, then it's Uncle Ty. I apologize.
it's okay.
His counter got messed up over there.
It did. It did.
I'm
They
going to
said
say
dishes and got takeout food?
your tools, like when you get to a job site, getting all your tools down on the
There
job.
you go.
Number 6 answer on the
Very
board,
good. Good
tools. All right, so now, Mr. Michael, it is your turn.
Now it's
Name
my
something
turn.
else people try and carry all at once to avoid making a second trip.
You got takeout food from dishes?
Comes in dishes.
Yeah, that's literally the only.
Come on now. Easy on the new guy. Come on. Wow. Okay. So name something people trying. You already said laundry. Good Lord.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Trash.
Trash.
That's a good one.
Good answer.
Eesh.
Ofer. Gosh.
You know what? Screw it. Matt can be pissed. I don't care. Luggage and bags, because you got to carry trash bags. You got to carry trash bags. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to you.
guys.
All right, Uncle Ty, moving back over to you. Name something people try to carry all at once to avoid making a second
Yeah,
trip.
really.
Terrible. They're too
People are
lenient
watching
on
too,
me.
by the way, this hypocrisy.
He's too lenient on me. I didn't deserve that.
Your materials, like for a job, your lumber or whatever your materials that you're trying to get to a job site, and you got a little bit too much, so you overload. Try to get it all.
Couldn't justify that one, Uncle Ty. I'm sorry. No, sir. That'll be your first strike on the board. So, Mr. Michael, back over to you. You got a couple of strikes to
You got
work
one better than
with,
that?
so you can still guess out there. Name something else that people try to carry all at once to avoid making a second trip.
Books.
Books.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I don't think I can give you that one. I'm sorry. No, sir. No, sir. So that'd be second strike. So Matty, get your answers ready. Uncle Ty, name something people try to carry all at once to avoid making a second trip.
That's so hard.
with the number 2, 5, and 8 answers left on the board.
I don't know. I don't have anything. Eggs, when you're gathering your eggs in the morning.
Eggs. All right. When you're gathering your eggs in the morning.
If it's not eggs, don't put it up there, bro.
No, I wouldn't have been able to give you that one. No, sir.
When he goes,
All right. So, Maddie, y'all are going to have a
we'll
chance
give you
to
dogs.
steal here.
that one.
I don't, because he already kind of said something that had to do with that.
No.
He didn't give it to him.
Y'all were supposed to be deciding y'all's answers while we were
think that
doing
one?
our deal.
I kind of do, but
How long do they get?
5 seconds.
Taylor?
say
4,
what you feel.
3?
Firewood.
Firewood.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
I mean, I've been there.
The thing is, he said lumber. That's why I don't think it.
not
Because he
the
would have been
same
like,
thing.
I might be giving that to him.
No, I'm sorry. If I could, I would have gave it to you, but no, sir. Not going to be
Yeah, hit
on
that
the
buzzer,
board.
Taylor.
Oh,
Was kids on the board?
Yeah.
There you go.
Number 8, child or a pet. Number 7, takeout food. Number
I would've just seen
6,
one.
tools. Number 5, packages. Number 4, laundry. Number 3, luggage bags. Number 2, drinks. And then number 1,
Good round
grocery.
for us, Mike.
All right, so
Yeah.
we are,
These guys don't want it.
I should have listened to him. He had kids.
so we're neck and neck here going into round 4. But again, remember the points will double in the next 2 rounds.
Boy.
So we will go ahead with round number 4. Uncle Ty and Maddie. Name something that can ruin a backyard cookout.
Got it.
All right, Uncle Ty.
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
So true.
Drunk guest, number 5 on
Beat
the
it.
board.
Pass.
So, Maddie, you're going to have a chance to beat it. Name something that can ruin a backyard cookout.
Loud uncle / aunt.
Loud uncle / aunt. Family argument, but it's going to be down on the list, so not quite. So Team A, which is Mr. Michael and Mr. Tyson, y'all are going to have a chance to decide. You going to pass or play?
I feel like
We're going to play.
We're going to play.
All right.
All right.
We got some Cajones in the group here. They are going to play.
And we've got a major weather issue. Rain is in the forecast.
Absolutely.
Rain is in the forecast. Number 1
Boom.
answer on the board, Mr. Michael. So good answer. Uncle Ty, back to you. Name something that can ruin a backyard cookout.
You spill the meat. Drop your meat off the cookout.
I hate it when I drop my meat.
No, sir, not going to be able to give it to you on that one. So,
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
Before we get in trouble, let's move on. Mr. Michael,
Good answer. Good answer.
that can ruin a backyard cookout.
Yeah, yeah. Man, the fire got out of control. We've got the fire's too big of a fire.
We'll give it to you. Extreme heat. Extreme heat.
All right.
So I like it. I like it. So got the fire got a little too
Mosier's
big.
not liking this
It's a little
leniency.
hot.
He's shaking his head.
He's never lost this
I know
game.
it.
I'm stacking the deck against him. I'll admit it right here, right now.
Yeah.
Name Uncle Ty. Name something that can ruin a backyard cookout.
The wind.
The
Too
wind.
windy?
Good answer. Good answer.
Come on, Taylor.
Are you daring me? Is that what you're doing?
No. Come on.
You're daring me
The
to,
wind.
to make it? Number 6 grill won't like because the wind is up too high. The
There you
wind
go.
is blowing, so we cannot get the grill to light. So back to you, Mr. Michael. Name something that can ruin a backyard cookout. Now you got to remember this is a
Might as
double-edged
well
sword.
just say aliens or something now because he's just going to make it work no matter what.
No, hey, this is a double-edged sword.
I'm
So
looking for
points
general
getting up
terms
there.
here. Let's see. What would
UFO
really
landing.
spoil it? Man, there's been a illness or heart attack.
illness or a heart attack.
Yeah.
No, sir, I'm not going to be able to. I'm
Oh,
not going to be able to
boy.
finagle that one. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem.
All right, Uncle Ty. So 1 strike left. Need an answer. Name something that can ruin a backyard cookout.
Wild animals.
Oh, he's trying.
Oh, I got it.
Let me Google something real quick.
Oh my God, he's trying to give it to you.
I already know what he's Googling.
What?
Probably want to know if that wild animal.
It's an insect. It's not. It's not an animal.
Yeah.
So stupid. Nice try, Taylor.
Well, you've already ruined it now, so
It's-
I got to give it to him. So
No.
there we go. Bug's going to be on
There
the
you
board.
go.
Thank you, Maddie.
Because then you would have known the answer. So I
These
can't.
wild
I can't
animals
just-
off.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You screwed yourself on that one, buddy. All right.
Moses
Oh,
not
you
happy.
said they come up with 2. All right, we'll see.
I don't even remember who just told me that. All right, I think it was Ty.
wait.
Right? All right, so Mr. Michael, name something that can ruin a backyard cookout. I do got to be somewhat fair, so 5 seconds.
Okay. Man, I got nothing. That's
Nothing, unfortunately, not going to be
Yeah.
on the board. So Matt and Maddie, after all your complaining and everything over there, you're going to get a chance to win the round. Maddie looks so mad at me right now. Go ahead and name something that could ruin a backyard cookout.
Bad food.
okay.
That's general enough.
Burnt food going to
Okay.
be on the list.
Wow.
And that's what
Music.
Music.
No, the other one is running out of food. So,
Oh,
but yeah, no, that's what I was saying. It's kind of a double-edged sword. Those points got way up there. And
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Thank you guys
they
for all
were
that hard
able to-
work.
Yeah, they were able to put it up. So that's what I was saying. Like, I know y'all were upset,
What
but
did we?
it's all good.
we still got one
Burnt
more
food,
double
bad
round
food,
and a
bad
triple.
Bugs, music. Yeah.
Yeah, we had it all.
So we got a double round and a triple round, so it's still anybody's game, but we're going to move on to round number 5 here. This time going to be Mr. Michael and Mr. Matt. This will be y'all's last quick whatever you want to say. Here we go.
Okay.
Oop. Name something a man keeps because he might need it someday.
Yo,
All right, Matt.
name something a man keeps because he might need it.
You got like to answer quick, don't
4 seconds.
Shirt.
All right, he went with shirt.
Yeah.
Clothes that no longer fit, and we didn't get an answer from Matt. So
Sorry
Uncle
about
Ty and Mr. Michael, y'all will have the decision here. Are you going to pass? Or are you going to play?
We're going to pass and see how these champions operate.
All right.
We're gonna use our double pass.
No, sir. All right. So Maddie puts the ball in your court, sir. Name something a man keeps because he might need it someday.
Rope.
Rope.
Guy always needs rope.
I think this is fair enough to give. Broken parts. I think that's good enough to
Yeah.
say. So
Rope falls right into that.
Yeah. Yeah. How can you not get rope from that? Like,
well,
Ollie?
to be honest with you, it's probably a personal thing because I have one of those lawn sweepers and my rope just broke off of it. So it's probably a personal
You out there
thing.
vacuuming your lawn or what?
No, it's,
Get that,
exactly. On my
turn that
bicycle.
mannequin around, would you? Turn that mannequin around.
And make sure that satellite dish is pointing at the neighbor's house. All right. So back to you, Mr. Michael. Name something a man keeps. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They passed, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. So, Mr. Matt, name something a man keeps because he might need it someday.
A fire extinguisher.
Fire extinguisher. No, I can't answer that one. I'm
Oh, come
sorry. All right, Maddie, back over to you. Name something a man keeps
got-
because he might need it someday.
I was gonna say wife, but that's not an old like burned down car or run down.
Yeah.
vehicle.
Old rundown vehicle.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
No, sir. Unfortunately, that one's not going to be on there. Back to you, Mr. Matt. Name something a man keeps because he might need it someday.
Got it.
Nunchucks.
Nunchucks. Hey, what is between the handles of a nunchuck?
Chain.
Like a cable or a cord? Number one, cable or cord. Cables or cord, which is between
Holy cow.
nunchucks. Yeah, I guess that's true.
What are you doing?
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'm sorry.
Take one of those X's back.
He got broken parts.
Yeah,
right? So really, you got 2 answers out of 1
It does
answer.
help
So
you.
Right.
yeah, right.
You do realize what's going on.
Yeah, I got a little rigging going on down
They're
here.
intentionally trying to miss, and you're giving them the answers.
Why do you think? So there's points on the board. So if whenever y'all answer right,
Understand?
okay. So why are you at me?
I'm not.
I said rope.
I'm helping you.
They're
Why
less
you mentioning me?
points.
Everybody needs a good rope.
All right, Maddie, name something a man keeps. He might need it because he might need it someday.
Old condom in the wallet.
Oh, condom in the wallet.
That's a good answer.
You know what? Screw it. We're getting off the rails. Jar or container? It contains something.
Jesus.
It does contain something. That's all I'm saying. So
Good
it is a
answer.
container
Ready?
for
I was
something.
I thought it was a good answer. I'm
did
not
too.
trying to cheat. I am not trying to
Yeah, I
cheat.
thought it was a good answer too.
All right, Matt. Name something. A man
Just say
keeps
whatever you want to say.
around.
It's up there. I guarantee you.
You might need it someday.
One of those spark plug gappers on your keychain.
Old electronics.
He's so
Oh my
stupid.
God.
Maddie, name something a man keeps because he might need it someday.
Mm.
5 seconds. Out of time. Out of time. So, Mr. Michael, Uncle Ty, y'all are going
I
to
really
get a chance
I
here.
said nothing.
Yeah.
Name something a man keeps because he might need it someday.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Old furniture.
Old furniture.
You're not a woman. Hey, what a man wants to keep.
All right, so here's what I'm going to say. I've been not very good. He already understands the assignment. What do you think? No? No? All right. Well, he said no. So, no, sir. So, Team B going to get the points, which is going to make it pretty much impossible for y'all. Oh, actually, if y'all run the table,
Show
because
the
each one.
answers.
I will. But here's what I'm going to tell you first. You've got to run the table on the next one because it'd be worth 300 points. So you'd win by 3 points. So you guys have got to run the table on the next one. Get all the answers. Wow. All right. So on this one, number 1, old
Which
cords
was
and cables.
no, that was nunchucks.
Number 2, scrap lumber. And this is the one I was trying to give you for furniture, and Braden said no, it was scrap lumber. Nuts, bolts, and screws, empty boxes, old electronics, jars and containers, clothes that no longer fit, and broken parts. All right, so one last one to go
All right.
here. Uncle Ty and Maddie. And again, Uncle Ty and Mr. Michael, you need all of them to win the game. Wow. Name a job where everyone immediately notices when you make a mistake.
Beep.
Maddie.
Police officer.
Police officer. Wow, that's one of the better answers that's not on here. I'm sorry. That is a great answer there.
Oh, sorry. Peace officer.
No. All right, Uncle Ty, again, y'all got to get them all. So really, it would be best for you if you could get the board in your possession.
When you are an elected official,
That's a good answer.
No, sir. So now we will jump back over. So Matt and Mr. Michael, y'all can buzz in as soon as I get done reading the question. Name a job where everyone immediately notices when you make a mistake.
Boom.
All right, Mr. Michael.
Professional athlete, quarterback those interceptions.
Professional athlete.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Man, that's another great answer. Not on there, though. Matt,
That was a good answer.
name a job where everyone immediately notices when you make a mistake.
A stripper.
What the heck?
That's another good answer. Not on there, so that's going to
Got
be
it.
tough to work. All right, Uncle Ty.
A barber.
Oh, good answer.
Number one answer on the board, barber or hairstylist. And again, y'all need, because you know they're not going to try it. They're going to sandbag and not give any good answers. So y'all really need to stay in control of the board here. So I'm not even going to give you the option. So Mr. Michael, name a job where everyone immediately notices when you make a mistake.
I thought stripper was a good answer.
You know,
I have a good answer, but I can't say it now.
If they fall off the pole,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
what everybody knows.
public transportation driver, taxi or bus or something like that.
Oh, that's
God, you gotta fish for it. Fish for it.
stunt
He wants some
man.
of that hometown cooking.
Number 2 answer, stunt man.
You got it.
I tried, but I couldn't. I just couldn't.
understand.
All right, Uncle Ty, got 2 strikes and we need 7 answers. So got to start hitting
We
some.
got one strike.
What about
2 strikes to work with. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
a surgeon? Heart surgeon.
Surgeon. Number 3 answer on
Very
the
good.
board, a surgeon. Another good answer right there.
Okay.
So back to you, Mr. Michael. Name a job where everyone immediately notices when you make a mistake.
Man, entertainer, singer, guitar player. I don't know. Yeah, fishing.
I'm going to give you this one. Broadcaster. It's part of the entertainment factor. So I'm going to go ahead and put that
Entertainer.
there.
Good.
So
Good
There you
answer.
go. That's not bad.
I mean,
I can
board.
see
think
that.
that's the
That's-
least
that's
stretch
close.
of all the stretches
Right, that's
I've
the
made.
least
Okay,
stretch of all of them.
that is the least
That's the
stretched
least of
one
the
of all of
stretches.
them for sure. All right, Uncle Ty, name another job where everyone immediately notices when you make a mistake.
What about a tattoo artist?
Uncle Ty is killing it. Number 2 answer on the
on a
board.
roll.
A tattoo
Let's take these
artist. All right. So, Mr. Michael, back over to you. Name another job where everyone immediately notices when you make a mistake.
Wow. Man, can you give me anything to help? Man, immediately no. Waitress. Waitress, yeah.
We're going in realms here, buddy. Chef.
Boom.
Chef going to be on the board. So we're going to, again, being lenient here, giving them a chance. You guys are up by 300 points. So, all right.
Let's take it.
Uncle Ty,
Let's take it.
you got a couple strikes still to work with. Name another job where everyone immediately notices when you make a mistake.
A teacher?
Number 7 on the board, a teacher. So only 2 answers left to go. Y'all have gotten 5 in a row. Congratulations, boys. Keep the momentum going, Mr. Michael. Name another profession that everyone would immediately notice when you make a mistake.
Well, don't take that. I'm just thinking out loud here. A juggler would be pretty obvious. A juggling drop. Man, how about a race car driver?
Race car driver?
Usually ends in an accident. Make a mistake. Oh man, that's
I need another Braden call. Come here. He said a race car driver. And we're going in veins here. What do you think?
There's no.
Number 8, a mechanic. Number 8, a mechanic. Braden said it was good. It was good to
Been
go.
a mistake. That's a good one.
The man is a youth pastor. He would not lie to me. And he
Nicely
thinks it's
done,
close
Brandon.
enough. So, all right. So one
not a big
answer left to
spread.
go. Uncle Ty, 2 strikes to get there.
I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious with what we do. We should know this. Construction work.
Yeah.
Number 5 answer on the board. Construction worker. They have done it. They have run the gauntlet, and they have come back.
We have
and
run the
won
gauntlet.
game
It's
in the
happened.
triple round.
It happened here. It happened today.
Triple Crown.
Everybody saw Ali get knocked out. Everybody saw Jordan get retire. Everybody saw Brady lose to Dak, and everybody saw Matt and Matty go down in the family.
The OGs came here. We saw and we kicked that.
That's a drop.
That's a drop right there. Well, all right, boys, that's what I had for you today. Congratulations to the winning team, Team A over here, Mr. Tyson Johnson and Mr. McCord, Mr. Michael McCord. So, congratulations, guys.
Awesome.
All right, that's what I had for you
This
today.
side of the table, I like to give it to our senior citizens here tonight.
Had it coming. That's fine. I saw it coming. Did you see it? I saw it coming.
We kind of set y'all up,
Yeah.
tipped you over.
Yeah,
funny,
just
man.
tip us over.
Good stuff.
Man, we do appreciate you, Mike, being on
It's been
here.
awesome. It's been fun.
You got to go. I want to talk to you for a second, just a little bit about the guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, how long? What kind of music do you play?
Man, I play, first off, I'm self-taught, so I'm not one of those savants that can just grab an instrument. But my dad was playing the guitar when I was a young tyke. And of course, I grew up listening to what he loved so much, which was some of the old country from Merle Haggard and
Yeah.
George Jones. But man, I picked it up. I think I was watching Solid Gold, man, in about 1981. I was walking through the living room as a ripe old age of 14 or 15 years old or whatever. And John Mellencamp, John Cougar was playing Hurt So Good. And I thought, oh man, I love that right there. So long story short, I grabbed my dad's guitar and literally, like Brian Adams said, played it till my fingers bled for 2 years. And so the music that I play most of now is the old stuff. I love Mellencamp, Don Henley, the Eagles. It's not necessarily the music that I always listen to, but anything like that, kind of I'm not into the big pop stuff where you got 40 people on the stage and there's a show going on and people are dressed almost in nothing to play. But I like just to pick up the guitar and strip down.
Yeah.
I do a lot of country stuff and some little rock and roll. And
Did you win your wife over playing the guitar?
I didn't win her over playing the guitar, but it certainly didn't hurt.
Yeah.
Prior, Renee, back in college when I was playing, we had little, we did the talent shows and we won a couple talent shows in town doing that. But that was a little band, a little fraternity band that we'd put together.
What fraternity would you in?
Sigma Chi.
Sigma Chi.
Sigma
Been to
Chi.
that barn a few times.
Yeah.
Both my brothers were Sigma Chi's.
Awesome, man.
At A&M Commerce.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Probably know them, but
Yeah.
I've been
kinda
out
had
a
a
long time. But
Kind of had a similar story with the guitar. My stepdad played the guitar and was really good at playing it. And along about that same age for me, junior high years, I kind of got inspired and I got his guitar and I played till my fingers bled.
Yeah.
And as of today, I've yet to get anything recognizable to come out of the guitar. I cannot play the guitar,
that's funny.
but I would love to.
Well, next time I come up here, I'll bring one. We'll put away 3.5 minutes and I'll do a tune.
Well, what's your go-to song?
Man,
Tyson might sing it with you right now.
I probably there's a few. I like a little like a pretty wide range, but if you said play something fluid right now, start immediately, I'd probably play Pink Houses, man, or something like that.
All right,
Or a
man.
small town, being from a small town.
Did you have the long hair back then?
I did. I actually back when I had hair, I had grown to pretty long hair, shoulder length back in the early days.
Did the kids like seeing the pictures of you
Oh,
back then?
yeah, it's great. It's amazing what they see. Of course, I started shaving my head. I've got a little hair on it now, but I went 10 years and shaving my head, pretty slick because it looked so bad. I had that George Costanza male pattern baldness, which is toilet bowl. It's really not what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Any exciting trips, like alone trips, planned in the future?
No, I don't have anything major planned. We just built the new house and we're enjoying it out there on 60. I don't really want to go anywhere,
Yeah. You got the wildlife and the acres there.
Wildlife, my wife there. The grandkids are out every weekend. Like I said, we had a reveal of new grandchild we're going to have in February yesterday. So the place is bubbling with life when it's not just me and my wife. The kids are out there, the grandkids are out there, the animals are out there, and it's our little heaven.
I got the opportunity just on my vacation down in Destin that a couple of my daughters were there on their vacation, not together, but separately type of deal. But one of them was having a gender reveal. And I got to go down there and shoot one of the cannons off.
Okay.
And it was pink. And when I came home off the trip, she calls me and told me that the doctor sent in the blood work. It was really a boy. So I'm about to have Deborah has kids and grandkids.
Sure.
And I was there for most of them being born. They all call me Pawpaw, but I'm going to have my first biological grandson. She's due on Christmas Day. So,
Oh, my
well, he's due on Christmas Day. So I'm pretty excited about that. And
it's funny to have those reveals, though. There's a time. When did all that become so big? I guess with social media, everybody's wanting to.
it's had to be in the last 15 years.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
before
I didn't have them with my kids, and my youngest
I didn't have any of those.
My youngest is 20.
Well,
and we
and
didn't
the
have
technology, though, has gotten so good. 20 years ago, they could tell you kind of what they thought it was going to be,
Right.
but they might not be sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
My niece that was here this weekend visiting, when my sister was pregnant with her, she was supposed to have a little boy. And we had the baby shower for the little boy and all of that. And my sister went back and had the baby. And when my brother-in-law came out to the little nursery with the window, he brought her over to the window and pulled a blanket off of her and turned around where we could see, and it was a girl. And everybody was surprised.
That's my middle daughter was that way.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be a boy all the way up to the very end and everything, but she ended up being a girl when she was born. But, man, we'd like to thank you, Mr. McCord, for being on. Y'all tune in Wednesday on Beyond the Blueprints, and episode drops at 11.
Tune into the thing they're watching right now, huh?
I'm scared.
Cut it out, Taylor. Just cut it out.
He went live. Is that what he just said?
Well, he's just jacking because we're filming this on Monday. I say Wednesday. I say tune in
We're
Wednesday.
closing out the podcast with
Tune
tune
in.
in next Wednesday to see this podcast that you just watched.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. It's been a great group. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. It's something, we all get out of our comfort zones every once in a while. And when you asked, I thought, why not? So thank you.
Man, we
Thank you for
appreciate it,
asking.
man. We got to know you.
And I wish you tons of success right here in this location, taking care of people right here under
I
our
appreciate
nose.
it.
You betcha.
Hope we can continue the legacy you set 33 years ago.
We'll visit some more, man. I enjoyed
sir.
the time here today. I want to go grab some lunch.
There you go.